Cowboys Nation, stand up. What's good? It's your boy Mike Kiefer here, bringing you another 2017 Cowboys offseason update. Today is Friday, May 12th. First thing I want to go ahead and talk about is, and I'm not even going to spend that long on it, but Jerry, you need to stop talking about Tony Romo unless it's honoring that man for a night or putting him into the Ring of Honor. Or really campaigning to try to convince people to put him into the Hall of Fame. That's it. If it's not that, don't talk about Romo. He's not going to be a Dallas Cowboys starting quarterback or a backup ever again. I know that you feel bad about letting Romo down throughout his tenure as the Dallas Cowboys quarterback. Because regardless of what anybody thinks, you look at that man's numbers, he's the greatest statistical Dallas Cowboys quarterback of all time. Point blank. So, Jerry, unless you want to talk about honoring him, don't talk about him no more. That man's retired. Honor him. You did to DeMarcus Ware this offseason, which you should have. Do the same for Romo. Stop toying around with the idea he might come back from CBS. It's not fair. If you really wanted him to try to win another Super Bowl, to try to win a Super Bowl, it should have been in Week 10 last year. That's it. You let that time come and go. You made a conscious decision with Jason Garrett and Stephen Jones that Dak is better for the team for the future. Now, we can have an argument later on about who was better for that team right then last year. But for the future, it's not even a question. It was Dak. So, you're looking to the future, look on to the future. Stop looking to the past. And talking about the future, hopefully Jaylon Smith's future can be a lot more bright than his past, because now, after about 2 months of up-talking Jaylen and his knee recovery about how he'll be 100% by training camp, the Cowboys have kind of stepped it back a little bit. Now moving into the offseason, or moving into the rookie minicamp coming into this weekend starting today. They've went ahead and said he's not really going to practice. Really, nobody is really going to have that tough of a practice there this weekend. It's mostly going to be about learning playbooks and getting to know coaches and each other and stuff like that. So, and just moving a little bit towards getting them acclimated to the pace of the NFL and giving them what they can expect. So, this weekend there won't even be offense versus defense. So, don't expect a lot of news coming out. You'll hear a lot more rumors than anything and just hype. So, don't get lost inside hype, by the way, especially during a rookie minicamp, because they're not even going against vets yet. I really hope Jaylen can keep on improving. Everything coming out of the Cowboys camp has been good so far. But now it's kind of stepped it back a little bit, saying that they're going to be a little bit more cautious. Which, obviously I'd be more confident in them saying he's ready to go right now 100%. The foot's, he's got full nerve movement right now. But I am glad to hear that they're expecting him to possibly not have to wear the knee brace going into the season. Right now, they're saying that there's still a possibility he might need that brace, but there's confidence that 100% of his nerve regeneration is going to happen. So, really good news coming out of Jaylon Smith the past couple months, but kind of stepped it back a little bit. So we need to continue to look into that because Jaylon Smith is a big part of this defense this year if he can come onto that field and be the man he was at Notre Dame before that ACL tear. Next thing is, do you really want to see La'el Collins at right tackle? Because that means Jonathan Cooper's at left guard. Now, coming out of college, Jonathan Cooper was somebody I really wanted the Cowboys to get. I thought he was one of the better guards inside that draft, but he went top 10. He was way out of the Cowboys' reach. But then he gets cut. You know, he goes to Cleveland last year. Actually gets cut mid-season there. We picked him up off of waivers. You don't know whether or not it's just been the systems or whether or not there wasn't enough talent around him because obviously now one good offensive lineman can make a whole offensive line good. So if everything else is bad around him, it makes him look even worse. But I know I saw Chaz Green playing left tackle for Jaylon Smith at times last year. At least 2 games starting. Now, the thing with Chaz is he can't stay healthy. He's been mostly a practice player and he can't stay healthy during practice. So, hopefully he can stay healthy, win the right tackle job coming out of training camp and going into preseason. And I see La'el performing better at left guard. He's been doing it for 2 years. People sometimes don't understand how much different it is going to a complete opposite side of the offensive line. Just because everybody thinks it's interchangeable and it's still the same motions. No, it's like doing something completely backwards to something you've always done. Now, La'el has had to do that at left guard for the past 2 years. Do you really want to go ahead and make him then go over to right tackle and have to change his stance and his kickstart and all that? No, you don't. You want to see La'el Collins at left guard, Chaz Green being able to stay healthy and take control of the right tackle job. So no, I do not feel like the Cowboys' best move is to have La'el Collins go to the right tackle spot. But that is what they are projecting right now. So hopefully things go differently in training camp, at least in my perspective. Again, please let me know down below inside the comment section. 8 out of our 9 rookies that we drafted have already signed deals. The only one is 3rd round pick Jourdan Lewis, which really from what I've been reading is not that surprising because I didn't even put the 2 and 2 together. But last year, our 3rd round draft pick Malik Collins wasn't able to sign until July 1st. So I guess in the CBA now, there's a lot more flexibility for the 3rd rounders to negotiate as opposed to all the other rounds that everybody's pretty much slotted. So nothing big here. I mean, it's good to have everybody else signed real quick. I'm sure it's not like the Cowboys are not going to get a deal done with Jourdan Lewis. So don't even worry about that. Just deals are worked out. Nowadays, it's not like how it was. The last year, it was you really had to watch rookie contracts. Was the year that Sam Bradford went, and I'm glad it's not like that no more. At this rate, you'd be getting $150 million rookies being drafted number 1 overall. So I'm glad the NFL has moved to this system. I guess it's not as good for the players though. So Scott Linehan said during the week he turned down a lot of offensive coordinator he said he turned down a lot of head coaching jobs it never really was that interested in even hearing them because he wanted to re-up his deal as Cowboys offensive coordinator. So it's good to see a continuity that is going to continue for Dak now and for this offense. So great deal there. Let's see. I mean, that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, I do want to say that we have a lot of MMA coverage coming up this weekend, so please go ahead and stay tuned here at MobbCityTV. It's your boy Mike Kiefer here, and I'll see y'all later.